question of Suzanne Garvin from Italy. And she has a question about a rushing horse. And she asked me, when a horse is rushing in the early stages of the in-hand early exercises, what techniques can be used to get him to walk slowly? Well, that's also a very good question, and it happens a lot when people start working with their horses, that you meet the pushing hind legs, and they are very pushing. So they are heavy in the hand, or they are a little bit rushing. And in the beginning, when you do work at hand and it's too much, then it's a good thing to go to the wall, and then you do one step, and then you stop the horse, and when he easily stops, that is enough. And you do one step again and stop, and one step again and stop, and then you do two steps, and then you feel the pushing is coming and stop again. So in the beginning you have to stop a lot with very pushing horses. And if the stop is not enough, then you have to go backwards. So then you stop the horse and do one or two steps backwards. And that backward thing has two main advantages. The first is that it's a kind of, you and the horse are a kind of a herd, and you are the dominant horse and the leader. And because the horse is so pushing and he's moving you, that switches a little bit the roles, that the horse is taking over. So when you stop him and say, okay, go a little bit backwards, you also say, go out of my space, my private space. Don't come in my space because I don't like it. So that's also a good thing about backwards, that you say, okay, hey horse, I am the highest in the ranking and not you. So that's an advantage of going backwards. And the second thing of going backwards is that you have an influence of on the haunches, that they will bend a little bit more, and that you bring the point of weight a little bit more back. So that's the second good thing about going backwards. So if he's rushing and pushing, the first thing to do is to stop, and when that is not enough, then put him a little bit backwards. And in the beginning it could be that in the first day that you have to stop him 30 times or 40. And tomorrow you have to stop also a kind of 40 times. But I know for sure that on Saturday it will be 20, and on Sunday 15, and eventually he will be okay. But you have to be very consequent in this thing. Well, another good solution for the rushing and the pushing thing is this. Now I can hide between a slide. And that's that you can move to a different position. So, for example, when you are in position 1, it's a kind of neutral position. And when you have a very slow horse, not moving fast, you can go to position number 2. And if you have a kind of rushing and pushing horse, well, then you go over to position number 3. So you can play a little bit with your position, and that also can help a lot when you have a pushing and a rushing horse. And then you can also do a changing in your shoulders. So when you have a neutral position in number 1 and your horse is a little bit slow, then you open a little bit more your right shoulder. But when he's rushing and pushing at number 3, you close your right shoulder. So you bring your right shoulder to the horse. And this is a body language that also can help a lot with pushing and rushing horses. So I hope that makes sense. I cannot see you because you all have a Ustream number, but I hope you will be there, Susan, and I hope the answer will suit you.